fans, to your speeding bulletin for the week April 5th to April 11th, 2013. A week which saw the first Man of Steel TV spot, DC's July solicitations, and the final showdown in the Injustice Battle Arena. Let's jump in and take a closer look. In movie news, Warner Bros. Pictures released a video of the first TV spot commercial for Man of Steel, which has aired on US TV this week. Check it out.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from?
You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, he's going to change the world.
My father believed that if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. That the world wasn't ready. What do you think? Rated PG-13.
Entertainment Weekly released the Man of Steel cover image for their special double-issue magazine, issue 1255 to 1256, spanning the dates April 19th and April 26th. The cover story reveals how the new film attempts to humanise the superhuman by finding new flaws and vulnerabilities. Cavill said, "Although he is not susceptible to the frailties of mankind, he is definitely susceptible to the emotional frailties." This special edition of Entertainment Weekly, which features new images, will be on newsstands Friday, April 12th, or you can also order it online through the EW website. Entertainment Weekly published an online article from their magazine in which Jeff Robinov, president of Warner Bros. Pictures, talks about what Man of Steel means for other DC Universe films. He said, "We'll announce something in the next several weeks that will hopefully position the DC characters and the movies we're going to be making." Meanwhile, issue number 235 of SFX magazine will be dedicated to Man of Steel. Along with a preview of Zack Snyder's upcoming blockbuster, they'll also celebrate the character's 75th anniversary. SFX number 235 is on sale May 1st. A 3D version of the existing Man of Steel trailer is being shown with the return of Jurassic Park in IMAX 3D cinemas. While there's no new footage, the 3D version of the trailer has a notation at the end which reads, "Experience it in real 3D and in IMAX 3D. In other IMAX 3D news, IMAX Australia has confirmed that Man of Steel will also be shown in IMAX 3D at the IMAX Cinema at Darling Harbour in Sydney from June 27. CNN.com published an interview with composer Hans Zimmer in which he discusses working on Man of Steel to create a musical score different to what we've heard before. He said, "I spent 3 months just procrastinating and not even getting a start on the thing because I was so intimidated. Oh my god, I'm following in John Williams' footsteps." BleedingCool.com posted an interview they conducted with Weta visual effects supervisor Joe Letteri, and in the interview he talks about Man of Steel. Letteri was more interested in talking about the story for the film than he was about the visual effects side of things, saying, "It's the story that's most exciting. It's a nice re-envisioning of the story of Superman leaving his home world and coming to this new one." Read the complete interview at the BleedingCool.com website. While Collider.com spoke with Legendary Pictures CEO Thomas Tull, who said that Man of Steel is the Superman movie I've always wanted to see. Last month we reported on the news that boots worn by Henry Cavill during the filming for Man of Steel were listed to sell during the Julian's auction in Beverly Hills, being held across April 5th and 6th, and they were expected to fetch a price of around $500 to $700. We understand that bidding for the boots took the price up to $2,000 before the listing was taken down, with the boots now being sold in a private sale. We don't yet know what the final selling price was. Hopefully we'll get that information for you soon. Universal Designs revealed an image of its concept design for a Man of Steel Superman leather jacket they're aiming to bring to the market over the next few months. The concept design for the UD replica Superman leather jacket is pending approval from Warner Bros. Before it can go into production. Latino Review's El Mayimbe spoke on the Schmoes Know Movies podcast, where he overturned his previous rumours saying that Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan will likely not be involved in a possible Justice League movie after all. Word is that Warner Bros. Will instead concentrate on a sequel to Man of Steel as their next DC Comics property. BFI Southbank in the UK will be screening Superman 2 The Richard Donner Cut twice in May 2013. The film will be screening at 8:45 PM on Thursday, May 9th, and then again at 8:40 PM on Saturday, May 11th, at the BFI Southbank in London, England. Visit the BFI website to purchase your tickets. Warner Brothers Entertainment has announced that they will present at the Barcelona International Comic Fair 2013, currently taking place until Sunday, April 14th, in the Fira de Barcelona in Montjuic, where they'll be presenting details of Man of Steel. Hopefully we'll get you some details on what took place. Sadly, with no more Young Justice, there's no TV news this week, but in comic book news, DC Comics released their July 2013 solicitations, and we highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products listed. Of special note was Superman Unchained number 2, in which the technological terrorists called Ascension are growing bolder with every attack. And Superman Annual number 2 asks what repercussions lurk beneath the surface from Brainiac's first attack, and how does it all set the stage for the Battle of Metropolis. Check out the entire July solicitations at the website now. With Andy Diggle's surprise decision to quit Action Comics before his first issue had even been released, fans were curious just what was going on with Superman writer Scott Lobdell when he was listed as the writer for issue number 22 of Action Comics. ComicBookResources.com found out that it's a fill-in arc, with Lobdell saying, "I was eager to write a story where we got to see Superman off-planet and out of his comfort zone." Superman comics we reviewed this week included Injustice Gods Among Us Chapter 12, which was reviewed by Mark Pritchard, who said, "I'm just getting kind of bored with this thing now," and he rated it a 3 out of 5. While Michael J. Petty reviewed Smallville Season 11 Chapter 41, giving it a 3 out of 5, saying, "Some of the lower stuff was very out of place to me." Michael Bailey should get you his review of Action Comics very soon, so please check the website for that this week. Superman comics available this week from April 10th include Injustice Gods Among Us Chapter 13, digital comic, has been available since April 9. Superboy number 19. Smallville Season 11 Chapter 42, digital comic, is available April 12th. And Tiny Titans Volume 8, Oh Yeah Titans, trade paperback.
So we've only just reached the end of the first quarter of 2013, but that's no reason not to look ahead to spending 2014 with The Last Son of Krypton, with these wall calendars featuring exciting photos from director Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. Order the Superman Man of Steel 19-month 2014 wall calendar for just $10.19. And why not also grab the Superman Man of Steel movie Special Edition 2014 wall calendar for $15.29. These and other great Man of Steel items are available from your one-stop Superman shop. The Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop.
This is it. Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and DC Entertainment have announced the grand final in the ultimate battle of superhero supremacy for the upcoming fighting game Injustice Gods Among Us. Superman versus Batman. Will Superman come out as the champion? We'll vote now at injustice.dccomics.com. Sony Online Entertainment announced the next chapter in the DC Universe online story, Origin Crisis. DCUO's 7th downloadable content pack will offer new high-level multiplayer and solo adventures and send players battling through time and alternate realities with Batman and Lex Luthor as they attempt to save or alter the origins of important heroes and villains. More details are available at dcuniverseonline.com. Tracy Scoggins, best known to Superman fans as Cat Grant in the Lois and Clark TV series, will be one of the celebrity guests attending the 2013 Superman celebration in Metropolis, Illinois in June. Tracy will be joined by Laurie Mitchell-Roberts and Gregory Moffat, who both appeared in episodes of the Adventures of Superman TV series alongside George Reeves. Comic book artist Chris Sprouse will also be there. For more information, visit supermancelebration.net. According to HollywoodReporter.com, Mark Toberoff, the attorney representing the estates of Superman's co-creators Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, will not be made to pay Warner Brothers the $500,000 in legal fees in the long-running court battle over the rights to Superman. In coming to a decision, the judge decided that the litigation over the rights to Superman were not frivolous or objectionably unreasonable. The city of Cleveland, the home of Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster when they first created Superman together back in the 1930s, has announced their plans to celebrate Superman's 75th anniversary on April 18th. Starting this week and leading up to his 75th anniversary on April 18th, the Cleveland City Hall is asking you to send them your best Superman photos. Send your photos, which can be anything related to Superman, through Twitter using the hashtag SuperCLE. Superman the Unauthorized Biography author Glenn Weldon was our special guest on Monday night's edition of Radio KAL Live. Make sure you check out what he had to say if you missed the show. It's on the website now. Additionally, we're pleased to be able to offer Superman fans a chance to win a signed copy of the book. The giveaway contest ends at midnight on Tuesday, April 16th, so head to the site now for your chance to win. That's all the Superman news there was for the week April 5th to April 11th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. So the newest concern over the internets and over the fandom of people that I've been talking to is that Man of Steel is not getting the marketing, the publicity, the advertising that fans hope that it will get. Obviously not everyone feels this way. I haven't talked to every single person, but it seems like that seems to be a heavy fear among people that I talk to. And I understand it because Superman Returns was considered a box office disappointment. The people who made the movie and the Warners and everybody else that were involved with possibly making a sequel and possibly continuing that franchise with Brandon Routh were not satisfied enough with the amount of money that it made. The fact that it cost more than Batman Begins to make and only made a slight bit more at the box office means that it didn't make quite as much money. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that just as many people didn't like it, because it did make more money at the box office, but it needed to make more than that, which means more people needed to go to see it than went to see Batman Begins. And we all know that the Nolan Batman franchise was a huge success, and that it was considered, it's considered by many to be the best superhero franchise out there, even though Nolan and others don't even consider it a comic book film or a comic book franchise, even though it's about a character that is a comic book character. It's kind of shot more like I guess a serious, gritty drama with heavy superhero action and superhero characters, but not necessarily like a comic book, like maybe Avengers or Spider-Man, where it really is fast-moving and there's really a lot of comic book type shots and things. Even though I think that the Marvel movies are shot incredibly realistically for that world, it's a fantastic world, and obviously so is Batman, and so is Gotham City, but they're slightly different, and you can tell when you watch them, and I think maybe that's why they don't go over as well for me. People always say, I hate when you attack the Nolan franchise, it's brilliant films, and maybe I'm just on the outside because I didn't get that exciting comic book feel, but I wasn't here to talk about that today. Just saying that people are concerned because we haven't seen a lot of marketing, but I feel like we have, and I feel like it's going to ramp up over the next couple of months. Just recently, we've seen the first television spot. I don't know that it's been on TV yet, although I have seen some fans say that they saw it during some basketball games and such, which is fantastic. And that also goes to what we were talking about, I guess, on Radio KAL last month, about the trailer possibly being released with 42, the Jackie Robinson story, sports movie about a sports legend who might have the Man of Steel trailer run in front of it. That's the speculation, since it's a Warner's film and it's supposed to be a fairly big film. And I was saying that it doesn't seem like a normal audience that you would necessarily want to advertise a big tentpole film with. On the other hand, trying to get as much range as you can, you want to get everybody. So you want to get people who go to see a serious, quiet drama about baseball to come and see what looks like a serious take on the dramatic part of being Superman before we get into the heavy Superman action. So I think any movie you can run with, any genre you can run with. If you can show a spot that will interest that audience, I think it's a perfect idea. And I think that from what I've seen and from what I've heard, a Man of Steel might certainly have those moments in that story that people that would see a quieter drama might be looking for. And so as far as marketing, that's the first spot. It's apparently on already. There's going to be another, and there'll probably be several more over the next month or so. By the time we get into May, I think we're going to be hitting full on. And the thing is that people are comparing Iron Man, that we've seen so much more. Iron Man comes out a full month early, and it's also a sequel that people have been waiting for a while. So I think it may be difficult for Man of Steel to reach the box office success of Iron Man 3, but perhaps not, because many were also disappointed with Iron Man 2. I like all superhero movies, so I'm going to go see Iron Man 3 on opening weekend. So are a lot of people. And I'm going to go see Superman on opening day. But I think that the marketing is not really an issue. I currently have the This Week's Entertainment Weekly cover as my wallpaper. That's coming out this week. A big picture of Superman on it. Looks fantastic. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And there'll be a story inside. Usually when it's one of these magazines where it's previewing all the summer movies, it'll only be one page or one paragraph, because it's including 100 and some movies that are coming out. But that's still, it's on the cover. It's going to be on newsstands. People are going to see it. There have been several film covers over the last several weeks and several months. There's going to be more. There's the TV spot. There's the new trailer that's about to come out soon. We have books for children with Superman all over them. We have toys. We have bobbleheads. We have those little pop television and movie icon type things. They're like little cartoony characters with a big head. We have plenty of things that are out that are giving people the idea, and they're trying to introduce. We have little toys. We have action figures. I believe that the marketing is right around where it should be. I haven't really compared lots of other movies or lots of other successful movies, but it doesn't seem to me that we have too much to worry about. It's still fairly early. We do have over 2 months before the film releases, and I think that in these last 2 months we're going to see a lot of television marketing and a lot more of what we've already seen, and I really think we have seen a lot. So obviously we want this movie to be a success because we want to see more. Of course, if it's good, it looks like it's going to be. I enjoyed Superman Returns. Many didn't. But I think it was time to move on from that franchise, so I think possibly not getting a sequel may end up being a blessing in disguise once we see Man of Steel, which I'm very, very excited about. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.